A thread by Pat Scopoliti. 17 December 2020. Hashtag MAGA analysis. Hashtag overturn. It is the president's job to secure the 2020 election. There is no President-elect Biden. That is a lie. We face a stolen election, maybe not the first, but certainly the first landslide obliterated. Hashtag brazen, or maybe better, hashtag brazen theft. We've discussed the big lie before. We've discussed my beloved Shaggy video, It Wasn't Me. In the war between truth and lies, it is often, sadly, the most committed who wins. Truth does not uniformly defeat falsehood. That is sad. No intelligent, honest, and grounded person could possibly conceive of Hillary Clinton getting away with her crime family leadership at the helm of the ship of state in America. Email scandal? No. Information crime blatantly in your face. This is the swamp, the cabal. And yet she parades herself in evil, corrupt pride across the land. Forgive my foul language, but no other can convey her message. Fuck you, America, she says with her every public statement. I win, you lose. You thought you could catch me? Never gonna happen. Obama and Clinton hate each other. I have no doubt of this. But they are best of friends against America. Well, they love America as victim. They detest America as world power. They detest the constitutional Democratic Republic of America. They want to delight in its fall. Obama as king, Hillary as queen. Biden isn't merely a pawn, but he's certainly no bishop or rook. Maybe a dull knight, easily sacrificed at whim. Biden is a place piece, nothing more. Happily unelectable in his own right and thereby held at whim by those in real power. Imagine it. A landslide election, easily won by an adoring America, easily won by aid of larger minority support for a Republican president than ever before, easily won in every category or subset of voters, easily won in every predictive swing county but one, easily won. Imagine it. Courts across the land still held under sway of the cabal's reach, rejecting every legal contest. Imagine every illegal election law change not considered at law. Nope, no problem. Imagine a media that bows low to the knee to the new and old lords. Imagine it. There are three people whom I trust. Three leaders whom we need to discuss now. Yes, strategically. That is, where will we go? More important, tactically. That is, what must we do? Those people are Donald Trump, General Flynn, Sidney Powell. At law, of course, the nation's, not to mention the Flynn family's, angel of justice is Sidney Powell. Since General Flynn's historic pardon of innocence, Sidney has turned to the greatest legal attack our nation has ever faced in this corrupt election 2020. I trust her. Allow me to emphasize what trust means when I say that. I do not trust anyone else over the question of law over election 2020. I don't trust their timing or their evidence. I trust hers. When she says we have overwhelming evidence of massive corruption, I believe her. I add, it means that I do not trust the courts at all. I do not trust the DOJ at all. Look at the Flynn case. Look at the evil Judge Sullivan in his joyful, Hillary-like walk of corruption over the land. Sidney shows up with law. The courts show up with corruption. Let's spend a moment on General Flynn's innocence. Those of us who knew him always knew he was 100% innocent. It didn't mean much. Why not? We couldn't prove it. There was only one person who could, Sidney Powell. She proved his innocence. Angel of justice. And then it happened. Judge Sullivan's perfidious perversion of law became so egregious, and his swamp-empowered position was so safely protected that no other avenue remained. So, our great president took the required action. We have our beloved general back. I know General Flynn. I serve him. He is the strongest, best man I have ever known. I am honored to be his follower. He is my leader. Hear that, please. I brag to be his follower, and I am telling you, you can trust his leadership as I do. I attest this. I am not special in the following fact. General Flynn tells everyone the same thing. It is his guiding principle. He learned it at his beloved mother's feet. Don't just do the right thing. Do the harder right thing. He tells everyone the same thing, not just me. More important than his words, powerful as they are, he lives these words with his life, his actions, his sacrifices. This is true. You may look where you will, and you can challenge me over Turkey this or pleading with the Mueller team that, no matter, he lived it. Allow me to be even more personal. I was there. I witnessed the entire process of his targeting, attack, and as Sidney so powerfully states it, his persecution prosecution. I locked horns with the vile Kellner myself. I saw his perfidious betrayal of his sworn oath. I was there. And I saw my leader bear unbearable burdens like no other I've ever known. I saw his family rise to his defense. I saw his amazing wife support him as the phenomenal American patriot that she is. I saw his brother Joseph Flynn give his all too. Those of you who know him know that Joseph Flynn risked his livelihood, his career, and all he has for his brother and for America. There was no stopping him. It's clearly a Flynn family value. America first. How about that? Go back with me for a moment to 2016. I've said it many times. Most people have no idea of the meaning of General Flynn's rally work. We'll discuss that again. Even fewer can picture him on Trump Force One aiding and serving candidate Donald Trump. There is an historic term for such a relationship. It is called an historic friendship. If you study our Revolutionary War, you know that George Washington and Alexander Hamilton enjoyed just such a relationship. Their friendship was historic. And this relationship lasted far longer than just one war. Their historic friendship ended up forming the very American system that made America great in the first place. It set in stone the system of freedom and wealth that gave us our destiny as a nation. Leap forward to 2016. Picture Donald Trump and General Flynn flying across the land, 4 hours here, 5 hours there, back and forth, again and again, every strategic and tactical aspect of the campaign to save America under analysis and consideration and decision. Leap forward again, 2017. General Flynn is attacked, as no other presidential appointee in American history ever has been. Again, forgive my language. First fuck Flynn, then fuck Trump? This from America's first law enforcement institution, the vaunted FBI. Linger there. November 10th, 2016. Obama, in the first meeting he ever had with Trump, warns him against Flynn. Why? Sure, Obama hates Flynn. Sure, Flynn is the most dangerous man in the world after Trump. Sure, Flynn obviously knows where Obama's bodies are buried. Yes, of course. But more. Obama knows his history. He knows about Washington and Hamilton. He knows it is their very American system, America first, that is his greatest target. He knows. He only now realizes that the historic Trump Flynn friendship was fundamental to defeating Hillary Clinton. Let me say that again and take it in slowly. On November 10th, 2016, I assure you, Obama has just realized, to his great discomfort, his entire legacy is now at risk over a primary failure of analysis. No one on his team saw the power of the historic Trump Flynn friendship. To be clear, no two men win history. How many patriots died in our Revolutionary War from 1775 to 1783? Every single death was critical to our victory. Yet, those deaths would have been meaningless without Washington and Hamilton's leadership. That's how it works. Before the MAGA movement awakened in 2016, the Tea Party led the way dating back to 2010. No Tea Party, no MAGA. Clearly, Trump did not create the sleeping giant of American patriotism. He gave it its wake-up call, its reveille. It was MAGA that won 2016. It was Trump who discovered, uncovered, tested, proved, and finally isolated the true principle of the MAGA movement. He did this rally by rally. But before 2016, he invested his entire life in preparation. He's more than just leader. He's true founder. The two men like each other. They have amazing chemistry. They strengthen each other's strengths. But that is not how Trump won Flynn. He won him by his principles, the America First principles. As Flynn tested Trump, Trump won Flynn by shared values. Leap forward to late 2020. We're seeing a landslide election being stolen in slow motion. Ask Flynn. What does he say? Trump won and will be president for another 4 years, absolutely. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10, Flynn says. I believe him. Turn to President Trump. He told us recently that his speech on 2020 election fraud was most likely the most important speech of his life. I believe him. Do you? With a strange calm in my heart, I wait. I know we won this election, as I've so repeatedly stated. I know what the big lie is and how it works. I know how to defeat the big lie. It's actually very simple. It is when the truth's proponent has more commitment than the lies. Biden has no commitment at all. He is hardly even a bishop on the chessboard. No, he's just a pawn. I don't think Obama is actually the king. If I had to, I'd call it W43, maybe? Probably someone I've never heard of, though, most likely. But to my eye, no one has ever had more commitment than Trump. He is the most committed. So it's an easy prediction for me. He'll win. I have a simple but very important way to express this. Until he concedes, I don't concede. I don't think he will, but I know he won in a landslide. I know that's true. So until he concedes, I won't either. But if I'm wrong and he does concede, then I will also. No matter, seriously, I actually don't care. I will simply follow his lead. He is my ultimate leader, my commander in chief. I can't determine his victory or defeat, and if I only support him in victory, what kind of follower am I? I support him, very literally, win or lose. So, if he says he lost, then I will too, and I'll still patiently await orders, guidance, leadership. What do I do next? Trump will tell us if we've won or lost. He'll set the new strategic target in either case. Flynn will guide as to tactical action now. He already is. I'm not read in at the strategic level, so tactically, I await Flynn. And legally? Legally, I count on Sidney.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.